Well, greetings and good morning, BUS24 students. This is Mr. Doucette. This is week number 7 in our 8-week course in business communications, Business 24, here at Norco College. And we're going to be looking at 2 chapters, chapter 11 on professionalism, and then we're going to be looking at the important chapter 13 on job search, resumes, cover messages, etc., because you are going to be writing a resume, and that's going to kind of be your final writing assignment. You have 2 weeks to do it. I'll be going over that in this video. Chapter 11 is also very interesting, though, because you're dealing with kind of what is the characteristics of a professional? How do you carry yourself, and why is that important? So I think it's a really great chapter, especially when you prepare to write your resumes. You want to be as professional as you can, and then when you do your interview, if you get one, you want to be as professional as you can. So it's a very critical chapter in that sense. So make sure you read both chapters, and then of course we have our coursework, which I'll share with you here in a second. Let's see. So I'm going to stop sharing this. I'm going to go ahead and share our class in Canvas. So here we are. And once again, you can see here that we are in module number 3. Our first 2 modules were both 3 weeks long. That brought us through week 6. Now week 7 and 8 are the final module, only 2 weeks. So as you can see here on your screen, as we move down here to module number 3, you have 2 chapters, 11 and 13. I've given you the PowerPoints. There's a check-in assignment on those 2 chapters where you're answering 2 questions from each chapter. And then there's a quiz on those 2 chapters, which you can take up to 3 times. Remember, in fact, if you got any poor grades on any of your prior quizzes, you can still go back and retake them up to 3 times. Then we have the discussion post. Now, it's very important. The discussion post number 3 is only 2 weeks long, and you've completed the business presentation one and the business writing one. Now, this one's on career planning, job search, and interview skills. So you're going to be asked multiple things. So the first one, though, is you're going to actually uh, watch a video and you're going to answer some questions about the job search today, and then you're actually going to do a job search. And I'm going to ask you to find 3 jobs that you qualify for either right now, or you will qualify for when you get your degree. And then you're going to actually draft your resume for one of those 3 jobs. So you're going to pick one of the 3, you're going to find 3, then pick one, and then write your resume for that. And it's very important because resumes are no longer generic. They should be tailored to each specific job. So make sure that you tailor your resume to one of those 3 jobs and that you let me know which one it was. On your resume, again, there's some really great content in your book about what sections should be included in a chronological resume. There is another type of resume called functional, and you're welcome to do that if you've not had any work experience or if you've been out of work for a long time. And a functional resume really kind of focuses more on your skills, whereas a chronological resume focuses more on your experience that you have in the jobs that you've had in the past. So look at the book and see either one of those you can choose. If you've had jobs though and you're working now, I'd prefer that you do chronological and that you tailor that resume. Now you could take an old resume that you've had and freshen it up and tailor it to the job. You don't have to rewrite one from scratch if you've already got one. But if you don't have one, obviously you need to start from scratch. But just make sure you have all the sections that the book mentions for a resume. For instance, at the top of your page, you should have your contact information, followed by some kind of an objective, kind of sharing what your future dream is or what you're hoping to get in the near future, the kind of job, etc., the skills you're trying to learn, followed by maybe your education, and then followed by your experience and where you've worked, etc. And then each of those sections should be separate and distinct from one another, that you utilize a lot of text design, headings, bold text, larger text for your title headings, bullet points. It should really be very driven by all those text elements. There shouldn't really be any long paragraphs on your resume. It should all be bullet points and headings and things like that. So I'll be looking for all of that, but you can look at some of the samples that are in the book. You can also get some templates online that are really helpful, however you want to do it. But you're going to be writing your resume. You have 2 weeks to do it. And so this week and next, it's due by the end of the class. So that's pretty much it for week number 7. I will be doing another video next week as we kind of wrap this up with a few closing comments for you all. So please watch that video as well. But have a great week. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to meet you during my office hours or a time that works conveniently for you. And I can help you with whatever you need. So have a great week, and you'll see me again on video next week.